Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, the delectable Chupacabra. We're back for some more indie game demoification here today with Overture, done up by Black Shell Games, and you might know those folks best from their SanctuaryRPG, which was a really cool game. It was an RPG, kind of lettery, wordy adventure RPG game that was done up entirely in ASCII art for its graphics, and I thought that was pretty sweet. And that's what eventually led me to Overture, which had a Kickstarter a little while ago, and they're up on Steam. You can check out this demo for yourself there up on Steam, and it's pretty cool. It is a roguelike, and you get to play as, like, 4 main class subsets, and each one of these subsets has got, like, a zillion different other subclasses you can play from, and I started my adventures as the Mage. And under Mages, you've got some stuff here. You got the Wizard, you got a Witch, an Invoker, a Warlock, a Necromancer, an Arsonist, and just the Red Wizard. Very standard RPG Red Wizard. And I will play as him. And then the controls are quite murdery. You just run around without attacking to do the things, and move with WASD, attack with mouse buttons, and hit C to see your stats. So yeah, this is a very arcadey RPG. Some of its influences include the realm of the Mad God, and other sorts of kooky, crazy adventures. And to me, it feels a lot like Hero Siege, just really zoomed in. And unlike other games right now, you kind of get one life and that's it per character, per, like, run and doing the stuff. Whereas, like, Hero Siege, you can just restart the same, level over and over again until you get good enough to defeat it and its bosses. And I kind of like it. We just shoot some red magical kajizzle at all these evil necromantic monsters. There's a lot of bright neon colors glowing everywhere for my sweet looty stats. And we run around looking for damage upgrade items that will improve our murderiness. Hello? Oh, I have an adventurer pal. Yeah, that's new. I didn't find that before. So this is eventually going to be a massive RPG multiplayer adventure, and I'm truly hoping that, oh, I got murdered already. I'm truly hoping that this becomes like an online multiplayer type game, because there's a lot of games that have been coming out recently that look super awesome and sweet. However, local co-op is cool and all, but I feel you lose a lot of the playability with it if that's all you really offer. Oh, and the warrior is already getting fondled. I actually have a pretty long attack range as a warrior. That's cool. I wondered how that was going to work, because I've just been playing the long-range classes like the rogue. Yeah, this is working pretty well as a warrior. Alright. So what else is this game gonna do? Well, it's procedurally generated, or else it wouldn't be a big, fancy, suave roguelike. That's certainly for sure. And, oh, what is this? Is this a shield? Must be a shield. So you're gonna have a lot of randomly generated dungeons. It's probably quite infinite, considering you just go further and further and deeper into an evil dungeon, full of delicious murder and yeti monsters, probably a lot of random combinations of monstrous creatures. And eventually, yes, the multiplayer, where you can get a group of friends playing all sorts of different collaborative classes, and you can go defeat murderous dungeons online. I've played quite a bit of the realm of the Mad God for a while, and I can definitely say that if there's one way that I would prefer to play this type of game, it would be online. But at the same time, there have been a lot of really great local co-op kind of dungeon crawlery type games. Technically, crawl isn't a dungeon crawler. It's more of a PvP game that has a definitive ending to it. But I feel like that still kind of falls into this hack and slash department, where there's, you know, all sorts of ghoulish, murdery monstrosities. I also think it would be cool if there was like a PvP function, kind of like Crawl, but not super, like, directly pulled from it, where you might be able to take control of a monster class and fight your friends later. It's hard to say. You know, maybe there's an evil Denizens of the Darkness that you could play as, like you could play a Crypt Lord, Skeleton Knight, or a Demon Summoner. Kind of pulling off of my experience with the Nosgoths in order to summon a bunch of little minions to fight people and your friends or what have you. Ouch. Get out of here, Skelly Man. You spicy bastard. How much health does this guy have? This boss is tough. Look at him. Look at Area the Heavy. Really heavy area. You should probably consider what maybe Weight Watchers. I think that's been doing well for the other monsters of the realms. The 9 realms. Did you die? Thank you. That's the best. Alright. Come here, Skelly. Skell Ferrigno. I'm trying to decide what my right click does on this character. I think it might be a block. I don't think I take his full damage when I block stuff. That's cool. But this is the warrior class. We'll see how long we can last with him. Then we'll probably end out with, like, the rogue or something. Lots of classes. I think there's, like, something like 40-some classes and subclasses that you can end up exploring in this game. So that'll be really sweet. And I definitely can see this being a fun hack-and-slash game. You just play with your friends on a quick Sunday night get-together or something. Be a perfect niche for this game. And I definitely have been meaning to check out their SanctuaryRPG. There's actually some folks that emailed me a similar game to that. A similar, really cool, you know, looking artwork. I was brain farting that word for a minute there. Yeah, they have a very nice aesthetic. I like the notion of an entire game built around ASCII art, so I'll be checking that game out in the coming days and or weeks. And right now I'm just looking for the floor to the next level while I find delicious upgrades and swanky loot. Stabbing this monsters. Get away from me, Jabba. You bastard. Okay, I leveled up. Kept me from getting fondled to death. Ooh, what is this? I got a book of experience. The other thing I think would be cool to see in this game, I mean, I don't really know what they're going to end up doing when this is fully out. They just had their Kickstarter to finish building this delectable thing. It would be really interesting to see if they could come up with a procedurally generated storyline where you have to go on, like, quests and puzzles in this dynamically controlled environment. And the puzzles are always something I would love to see in a procedurally generated roguelike hack and slash. Or just any procedurally generated game for that matter. I think this is the boss of this level. But there is one major drawback to trying to create procedurally generated, say, puzzles and such. And that is, a really good puzzle is complicated and interesting to solve because it's unique to that individual area, you know, it's got a finely tuned, heavily refined atmosphere to it. And it's really hard to do that in a procedurally generated game, especially if you want to have some sort of arcing, splitting, dynamic story to go along with the whole kit and caboodle. That's something I've really been looking for, and kind of have had yet to find in different roguelike games so far. But eventually I'll find one that really mishes with Larry, and we'll go on a dynamic, spicy adventure. And I'm gonna go kill that boss now. This arrow here is being very nice and guiding us to the Slime Lord. There's some skeletons. Oh, here he is. So it's much easier as the mage, as I'm sure you could imagine. Mostly just because I could sit at range and just annihilate and nuke him. Get out of here, demons. Oh, sweet, I did it. Yay! On to the next floor. Oh, hi. You're a skeleton? Yes, you are. Oh, he's touching me. Get away from me. I'm really oh, crap. I guess you gotta run from him, but I'm so slow. Oh well, that's the perfect opportunity to check out the shaman. Oh, so these are like the priest classes, the healers. Okay. Give me some of that sweet cleric action. Alright. Alright, Father O'Malley, we're gonna go do the thing. Let's use our holy kajizzle powers. Wait, is that us shooting those golden orbs of murder? I'm not entirely certain, actually. You know, it might just be. Yeah, I think we summon these holy spheres. That's really cool. They have completely different spell classes already for the different classes. I can get right behind that. Hot jiggity diggity. Haste my holy kajizzle demon hordes and tree monster man. Oh, that was cool. Alright, I have like a halo of magic jism that I can spawn. Heck yeah. Don't worry, Father O'Malley. I won't let him fondle you. Oh, I'm about to die, though. Give me some... Ah, oh, crap. Alright, let's try that one more time. We didn't get very much time with Father O'Malley, but maybe Father Brimstone will have a better time of it. Speaking of Brimstone, I actually think that the Binding of Isaac was a primary influence for the creators of this game. Binding of Isaac was a weird, sort of procedurally generated roguelike game. It was essentially like the story of the actual real-world Isaac character from Old Testament, whose father tried to kidnap him and do the thing with his butt because the angels asked him to. And, yeah, it's kind of the story of this kid hiding from his mother who wants to sacrifice him to God in his basement, going on a crazy imaginary adventure. I don't think technically he actually goes into that world. I think that was the hidden part of that story that they didn't really talk about. Could be wrong. I'm not the hugest involved guy with the Binding of Isaac, but it was a really cool game that I still play from time to time. And so that was a huge influence behind Overture. I'm not sure if it shows. Maybe you can find special items down the road that unlock new and crazy powers like usable items. Or maybe you get crazy spell effects from some of your items. You know, like I was saying, Brimstone, the ability to fire demonic blood from one's mouth to slay your enemies. Super helpful stuff. If I do say so myself. I mean, clearly we've got these spheres of holy kajizzle that are slaying our undead brethren here. Including that... I don't know what your deal is. I can't see what his health was. And we get all these sort of stat upgrade items right now. So I would guess if it's using a random item sort of model for its abilities, then you might just have to find a really rare, super good orange item, if I recall what everyone's favorite way of displaying item values was. And then that would give you spell effects on top of ridiculous, delicious stats or something. And it might be interesting later to see, you know, some free minions pop up that you could summon. You know, like, I don't know, what would a cleric summon? I guess angels, or if you want to make a molestation joke, we could summon altar boys. That would work pretty well. Paladins would work. Totally paladins would work. Oh, get a nice ring. Oh, that means the boss is nearby-ish, I think. Or no, the boss is down and to the left. Okay. But I think this is pretty much where we leave off for right now. We've gotten a pretty good overview of what's oh, well, good timing. The ogre murdered me instantaneously. I think you have a pretty good idea of what Overture is doing right now, and I think they are pretty thoroughly up on Steam as we speak, but they've got a free demo available. You can download this through either itch.io or through Steam, and yeah, I guess it's actually kind of already into its early access goals. You can just buy it right now on Steam. So if this is something that you're interested in, or you're always looking for a new cool roguelike adventure that you can do, then check this out. It is currently single player. I believe there is eventually a plan to make it multiplayer. Don't quote me on that. I'm not supremely certain, but it's good. You should check it out. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra, for this first look at Overture, and I'll catch you later. There's all sorts of delicious stuff. Great chiptune music, very constant action and murdery skeleton goodness. And I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the description for more information on this delicious game. And if you've got a cool game that you'd like Larry to check out, or you're an indie game creator who has a game that could use with a different bit of extra press coverage, and it's got a working alpha or demo with quite a bit of content, give me a shout. You can find my email to send all this cool stuff to in my channel description. And until next time, have a good one, everybody.